Alright, so Jared Cannonier versus Kelvin Gastelum just took place in the main event of UFC Fight Night Vegas 34, Cannonier versus Gastelum, and Jared Cannonier got the win by unanimous decision in a reasonably entertaining fight, 48-47 across the board, 3 rounds to 2 for Jared Cannonier, and that's actually how I can see it being scored now. I am open for an argument. And I'll be honest with you guys, even though I picked Jared Cannonier, I'm open for an argument that maybe Kelvin Gastelum won this fight, and I'm going to challenge the Weasel MMA to make a video on this fight to break down who really won. I think those are some good videos to really get to the bottom of the decisions. I wish you would make one about this fight, but I feel like Jared Cannonier winning is not a bad decision in any way. I know there's going to be some Kelvin Gastelum fans out there saying robbery, he should have won. This decision can really go either way, and it's all based on that 5th round, and that 5th round is as close as a round can get, and the official stats say that Jared Cannonier landed one more shot, but KG got a takedown. Who knows? Either way, Cannonier gets the win. Wasn't the most entertaining fight in the world, wasn't the highest output fight in the world, but it was a reasonably good scrap, back and forth for 5 rounds, both guys landing big shots. Round 1. Let's break it down as the fight went on, because this was a decent scrap. Round 1 I gave to Kelvin Gastelum, and I'm going to tell you how I scored it here. Round 1, Kelvin Gastelum is the winner of round 1 in my opinion. Now, I want to say this is very strange. This is actually a controversial opinion in my opinion. I don't know if this is true, maybe some people in the comments can let me know, but I actually scored round 1 for Kelvin Gastelum pretty clearly. And everyone on Twitter and on social media seems to have round 1 for Jared Cannonier, and at this point I'm extremely confused. Don't get me wrong, I thought Cannonier landed bigger shots in round 1, but KG landed more in my opinion, got a split takedown at the end of the first round as well, and landed some decent shots against the cage. I thought they were going to give the round to Kelvin Gastelum in round 1. Either way, Kelvin Gastelum wins round 1 in my opinion, but very close, could go either way. I just went with the volume of Gastelum, plus he landed a good takedown at the end of the round and finished strong in the last minute of the first round, and that's why I gave him the first round. Either way, close round, both guys landed good shots. Cannonier was chopping low with some leg kicks early. Gastelum was going to the body early as well. I was actually worried that Cannonier might gas out, and he showed great cardio to go 5 rounds and not get overwhelmed by Gastelum, because Gastelum can push a great pace. We know that, and for Cannonier, a big muscled up guy with a lot of power, a lot of fast twitch muscle fibers to go 5 rounds, very impressive, even at the pace that they went at, which wasn't the highest, don't get me wrong. Round 2, I thought was a clear Gastelum round. Clearest round of the fight, I would argue, in my opinion. Round 2, Gastelum went out there, landed more shots, landed great 1-2s, great shots to the body, great leg kicks of his own, pushed against the cage, landed some shots there as well. I thought round 2 was an extremely clear round to Kelvin Gastelum, 1-1 going into the 3rd. Round 3. Now, I picked Jared Cannonier to win by KO in round 2. I thought eventually Kelvin, after going to the body a little bit, was going to overextend and get caught with a counter right hand that would put him down and out of it in the 2nd round, I said, towards the end of the 2nd round. That happened in the 3rd. I actually thought KG was winning the 3rd round outside of that knockdown, but because of that knockdown, 10-9 Jared Cannonier in the 3rd round, I believe. And of course, 10-9. I don't think it was a 10-8 though. But the way that Kelvin takes these shots... Is there a man with a better chin? Consistently a better chin. Some people have better chins for one war of their career, and then they just go on a loser. I'm going to sneeze. Well, I'm not going to sneeze. I've decided against it. I have developed a new technique to not sneeze, and that's called making the noise I just made instead of a sneeze. Round 3, Cannonier catches KG with a vicious right hand straight on the fucking upside the head. Down goes KG in a way that looks like he's out cold, in all honesty. I know people go down, they sort of put their hands back, they fall backwards, they sort of bounce off the canvas, but they're okay. KG like slumped, like deactivated down to the canvas. And then as soon as he hit the floor, dinner... straight back up to his feet. I made a joke in the middle of the fight that maybe Kelvin Gastelum's secret technique is that he has his mum with a dinner bell saying, "Your tacos are ready," every single time he gets dropped, and he just fucking pops right back up. Tacos. Oh, I'm in a fight. Oh shit, here we go. We're in the mix. Either way, round 3 to Jared Cannonier. Round 4 I had to Jared Cannonier as well. Impressive by Cannonier, man, to push this pace and keep it in the later rounds. Round 4 was good for Jared Cannonier. I thought it was a very close round, maybe going Kelvin's way, but then at one moment in the 4th round, Cannonier looked like he sort of semi-dropped KG, which was a very good moment for Jared Cannonier. A brutal uppercut landed on KG, and he sort of slumped down into a bad takedown attempt on Jared Cannonier on a single leg. It looked like he got really badly hurt by it, even though he didn't get technically dropped. I gave that round to Jared Cannonier. 2-2 going into the fifth, in my opinion. And round 5, I genuinely don't care how you want to score it. But I think both guys are going to be kicking themselves. They didn't do a little bit more in round 5. Even though Kelvin might think he won round 5 because of that takedown that he got, Cannonier landed more total strikes in round 5, which I thought was doing all the work as well, because Kelvin would get a takedown, Cannonier would punch the head a couple of times, knee him to the body 3 times, and I thought that was what the judges were going to look at rather than the takedown that Kelvin had. But if Kelvin just went out there, one quick 1-2 down the pipe on Cannonier's chin at the end of round 5, that can go Kelvin's way as well. Very close fight, 3-2 either way. I gave it to Cannonier, I guess, because he landed a great knee at the end of the 5th round as well, and also did more work, and was a little bit busier as Kelvin was leaning on him against the cage. But for Kelvin to go out there, man, take another opponent that was someone else's that's fallen out of the fight, and go in there and look great again against another top 5 guy, Kelvin's a boss. And this just shows how great Whittaker is. I know I don't want to just get into just fucking sucking Whittaker's chode, but he's very good. I think that's very obvious now how good Whittaker is to make both of these guys look quite bad. Even though the Cannonier fight was quite close, he won it very clearly, despite what Cannonier thinks. And for Kelvin, he's got schooled by Whittaker. Great matchup, great fight between the pair of them. But Kelvin loses. Kelvin loses, sorry. And I really feel sad about that, because Kelvin is ranked very lowly in the middleweight division, and I said welterweight because he should be a welterweight, but he didn't even look that small out there next to Cannonier, in all honesty. But he's going to be ranked so low down, I reckon they're probably going to put him below Uriah Hall and Edmund Shabazian after this. I know Cannonier's quite high up the division, but I can't see them keeping KG at 9. They're going to have to move him down at least. Probably just above Chris Weidman, who he's beaten. He'll be put at number 11. Maybe he won't go below Shabazian, but honestly, like, KG is what? 4-1 in his last 5, 5-1 in his last 6. 1-5 in his last 6, 1-4 in his last 5. Who knows? But Kelvin, tough position, man, because you know he's good enough on any given day to beat anyone in the top 5. Split decision to Till, razor close decision to Jared Cannonier that I'd like to see broke down in more detail. Got scored by Whittaker, but welcome to the fucking top 5. I reckon he could have a chance against Vettori, have a great chance against Paulo Costa, but we'll never know. He's just so low down, even though you know he's top 5 level. What's next for Kelvin Gastelum? Tough pill to swallow, this one, but man, move to 170, you fat cunt. No offense, I know I'm being mean here, but man, move down to 170, you fat sack of shit. Let's be real. He's not a middleweight. If he was actually the size of Cannonier and had the muscle mass of Cannonier, he would win. If he had a bit more reach and wasn't completely outreached by Cannonier, he would win that fight. That's the difference. Skill-wise, he's there. Chin-wise, he's there. Just fucking get your diet sorted and move down to 170 and rematch Neil Magny at number 8, or get a matchup with Sean Brady, Santiago Ponzinibbio, Damian Maia, who's still signed to the UFC. You don't think Maia would welcome a KG matchup at this point in his career, coming off losses? Kelvin Gastelum versus Damian Maia? That'd be a great scrap, and I think KG would probably win that one. I don't understand the decision making, but then again, he missed weight at middleweight, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm the dumb one. Maybe I'm the fucking dumb one. And it feels like that sometimes, man. But it just seems so obvious for someone of KG's size to not be that fat with that kind of belly and just be at 170. But if he's struggling to make 185, maybe I'm wrong and maybe that's his actual division. But fucking hell. I'm just saying, there's another wave coming at 185. Brendan Allen, Makhmud Muradov's coming up as well. You've got a bunch of other guys. Nasruddin Imavov's going to be making a bit of a jump up at 185 as well in a short moment in time. There's so many good guys coming up. I feel like KG, if he's not careful, he's going to get dealt one of those cards. Here's Makhmud Muradov. You know what I mean? Here's Nasruddin Imavov, the guy who finished Heinich way easier than you did, by the way. You had a close decision with him. Imavov walked him down and put him away in round 2. Here's Brendan Allen. I feel like if he's not careful, He's going to get dealt one of those cards because the UFC knows he has to accept his next fight. Kelvin has one fight left. If he loses, he's gone. The UFC knows that he has to accept it. If Kelvin dares say, I don't know about that one, the UFC are going to say, oh, you don't know about that one? Well, have a fucking know about fucking Bellator in a second. You can fight Chuck Congo in a heavyweight Grand Prix, you fat fuck. Either way, I think KG should look at matchups with maybe a rematch with Uriah Hall at middleweight. A Chris Weidman comeback matchup. Take some time off. See when Weidman's looking to come back. I reckon he could win that one maybe, and that's an actual winnable fight for Weidman too. Brad Tavares, Kevin Holland, Andre Muniz. There's some matchups that you can make there. Andre Muniz a little bit more dangerous, a little bit more of an up-and-comer. But I could see Kelvin getting a good matchup at middleweight against Uriah Hall. February next year, Kelvin Gastelum, Uriah Hall, rematch. Would it be a fight night main event? Maybe not. Main card opener of a pay-per-view? Hell fucking yes. KG, Uriah Hall too. We'll see what they do. But I feel bad for Kelvin, because he could have won that, and he knows he could have. And he's going to kick himself thinking, fuck, if I just went for 2 good knees in the clinch at this moment, maybe it wouldn't have gone that way. But for Jared Cannonier, let's talk about him for a second. Great win, good technique shown. Chin was good, took a couple of big shots, showed great cardio over 5 rounds at a bit of a lower pace, really paced himself a little bit better here, took his time, was very patient, looked like he was gassing at some point in the 4th round, got a bit of a second win, started putting a bit less into his shots. Great stuff showed by Jared Cannonier. He won the fight. I don't see a problem with that at all. Good stuff. Really good stuff. I think next for him, I know he mentioned title shot, like I know the money that I'm going to get would be from a title and stuff like that, but there's no one other than Whittaker getting a title shot at 185. Even if Israel Adesanya and fucking Eugene Berman, that little fucking Samoan gnome, wants to fucking chat about Whittaker not fucking getting a title shot next, they're absolutely delusional. They have no power over the situation. Whittaker's getting a title shot next. That's final. Cannonier should move above Costa, go to number 2, and I think Jared Cannonier should take on either the winner of Paulo Costa, Marvin Vettori, or the winner of Derek Brunson versus Darren Till. Either one would be welcomed, in my opinion. Preferably maybe the winner of Darren Till, Derek Brunson, just because it's a little bit closer in dates. It's next week, or it's 2 weeks from now, sorry. So the winner of that one's going to be on a similar schedule to the winner of Cannonier versus Gastelum, which is Jared Cannonier. I wouldn't want Cannonier to wait until October, and then Vettori Costa winner gets injured and they're out for 6 months. You know what I'm saying? So let's just see that. Darren Till, Derek Brunson winner versus Jared Cannonier for a title shot in the middleweight division. Then we can do Marvin Vettori versus Paulo Costa winner versus the winner of Sean Strickland versus fucking Luke Rockhold. There you go. That's a good way of scheduling things at middleweight. Moving on to nothing. That's the fight. That's all I'm doing in this video. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Click that button up there. Toodle pip. I'll see you later. I was correct. I tried to call the KO, but Gastelum's chin remains too strong. Toodle pip.